Today's topic is engineering to order. Specifically, how do you continue to offer custom products but without overwhelming your engineering team, slowing down sales, or introducing risk into your process? We're going to discuss how DriveWorks, combined with SOLIDWORKS, gives you a very practical way to scale your engineering to order operation. Let's first off by defining a few things. What does engineering order to mean? A simple definition states product is designed or significantly modified only after a customer places an order. A way to think about that is each product is engineered specifically to meet individual customer requirements after the order or a project go-ahead has been received. In other words, the engineering work starts when an order is placed. ETO companies compete on customization, not just speed, which is why automation becomes critical as organizations scale. Companies don't struggle because they're custom. They struggle because customization is manual. Engineering to order is powerful. That concept has been around for many years. It's one of the biggest competitive advantages a company can have is to provide flexibility in their products. You can respond to a customer's needs, you can differentiate, you're not stuck selling catalog products. But on the flip side, it also can be very painful. High customization usually means high complexity, high engineering workload, and a lot of manual effort. And for most teams, every order feels like a brand new project, even if 80% of the work looks just like something you did. So what do we see every day? These are the patterns we consistently see when we walk into an organization and do a walk the line or some sort of process audit. Once we've defined that the organization is kind of engineering or configured to order, we see a huge amount of engineers spending huge amounts of time doing repetitive work. Things like copying and pasting, or maybe even using a pack and go to take legacy models and turn them into something new but different. Using Excel spreadsheets and databases to manage logic that are disconnected from the design data. Sales waiting on engineering just to get a quote out. The cycle time stretching from maybe what could seem like a few days to maybe a few weeks. And probably single-handedly the biggest risk that we see with ETO type organizations is that the tribal knowledge exists with the select few technical people in the organization. The real rules live in people's heads, and they're not documented in any kind of system that is reusable. The bottleneck problem. What's interesting is that most ETO companies don't actually have a demand problem. They have an engineering capacity problem. Orders increase, but engineering still stays flat. Lead times grow, and errors increase. And the best engineers, and I've seen a lot of good ones out there, end up becoming human bottlenecks. They get burnt out, they get overworked, and they can't meet those rigid requirements. So the real constraint in most organizations actually isn't sales, it's engineering throughput. This is the core question that drives everything else that we're going to discuss today. What if custom orders didn't start from scratch? What if engineering only had to define the logic once and then reuse it safely, consistently, and at scale? That's really the mind shift behind automation. This is where DriveWorks come in. DriveWorks is a rule-based automation and configuration platform built directly on top of, in this case, SOLIDWORKS. Its entire purpose is to capture the engineering knowledge up front. For example, capturing common dimensions, variables, formulas, options, constraints, assembly mates, the way things go together, and the way that drawings should look. Once we capture that, we can turn that into reusable logic. So instead of engineering manually recreating designs, they define the system that creates the designs. That system is DriveWorks. With DriveWorks, you're not just automating a model. You're actually automating the entire output of engineering. This includes parts, assemblies, drawings, bills of materials, approved PDFs, DXFs for manufacturing, and even data that feeds into, say, your ERP or MRP tool, and in conjunction might land in PDM, right? Our data management tool that we use to control our organization. All of that is driven from what we call guided forms. These forms is how end users interact with the rules-based engine. So let's talk about the paradigm shift. This is probably the most important comparison of the whole deck. In traditional ETO processes, engineering starts at an order or at a request. Everything is manual. Manual CAD work of duplication starts. High variability and log lead times lead to essentially inconsistent outputs. As we shift into a more automatic ETO organization, the first step is actually engineering building the rules up front. From there, orders configure safely, outputs become more predictable, and the lead times collapse. You move from reactive engineering to systematic engineering. Now, anytime automation gets involved, we really like to address something very important culturally. Automation is not about eliminating engineering or eliminating people. It's about elevating those people. Your best engineers stop being order entry clerks and guards to the technical data, and they become system architects. They end up being in charge of designing the control logic, not just designing the geometry. And that's how you actually scale your engineering team and your engineering talent. So conceptually, here's how it looks. In this case, we're going to be looking at a machine guarding equipment enclosure. A user, which could be sales or engineering, or maybe even somebody from operations, can interact with DriveWorks in one of a couple ways. In this case, the engineer is interacting with the DriveWorks add-in that's sitting on top of SOLIDWORks. What they do is they fill out a form that's been predefined with the appropriate logic. This is capturing things like the overall size of the enclosure, the materials, the options, whether this enclosure needs doors or not doors, and the type of attachment this enclosure is going to use to attach to the shop floor. From there, automatically in the background, it takes those pre-configured variables and it starts generating our downstream content. In this case, it rebuilds and recreates the parts for this project, including sub-assemblies, top-level assemblies, and all appropriate bills of materials. It then pumps all this information directly into our file management system, in this case, SOLIDWORKS PDM. The benefit of this is I can reuse this same existing project and configure it over and over. One of my favorite things that I always hear is customers say, "Oh, we do the same thing over and over." And then they follow that up with, "But we change it just a little bit the next time we sell it." DriveWorks gives you the ability to automate that exact process. Here, we can see that we've reopened the same project, turned it into a new project, and put all of the new variables into that project to generate new content for Project B. So what is the output, you ask? Our output is where this becomes very powerful. We can truncate that time of what might be days or weeks down to maybe a few hours or maybe even minutes. In this case, we saw fully built SOLIDWORKS models with integrated drawings that are following our system standards, which is one of my favorite things that DriveWorks does. Is although we have a lot of team members on our team, we want to be able to produce consistent branded drawings for our organization that all come out and look like they came from the same person. DriveWorks provides that platform to automatically do that. Along with that, we got all of our bill of material and our manufacturing data for our machine shop. That all follows the same engineering standards and a proven baseline of quality every single time. So what are the benefits across our organization? Let's first talk about engineering. DriveWorks gives you a platform to really minimize that repetitive CAD work. In layman's terms, opening up assemblies and drawings and doing save as and then remodifying them. It limits rebuilding that same logic across those 3D models, and it provides new engineers or new team members the ability to essentially get productive faster. And the organization finally captures all of that tribal knowledge in a system instead of in people's heads. For sales, the biggest win is speed and confidence. We generally see quotes and orders go out faster. A lot of the times, customers will end up using DriveWorks not only as an engineering multiplier, but also as a sales configurator, which eliminates the need for engineering for every single request. This produces fewer errors and a better user and customer experience. And most importantly, sales stop being constrained by the engineering bandwidth. For manufacturing and operations, the benefits are almost immediate. Since the outputs are rules driven, they're going to get cleaner BOMs, more consistent drawings, and fewer surprises on the shop floor, which leads to less rework. Essentially, everything downstream becomes more predictable. From a leadership perspective, this is really about scalability. You can grow without hiring engineers linearly. We can increase output without increasing overhead. You reduce your operational risk, and you shorten your time to revenue. Engineering stops being a cost center and becomes a growth engine. Now, DriveWorks in your ecosystem. It's not just a silo, it's a multiplier. One important thing to understand about DriveWorks that it doesn't replace your system. It connects them. You can think of this as a platform to integrate multiple parts of your organization. In this case, this could be engineering in the SOLIDWORKS and PDM realm, our manufacturing and operations people in PLM and the ERP, and supplement our sales workflows. Again, it becomes the rules engine between the sales intent and engineering, and then in turn integrating to our downstream customer. So is DriveWorks for everybody? The brutal truth is that there is some best fit type organizations. DriveWorks is best suited for companies that have repeatable customization. Some examples would be organizations that are engineering to order, meaning every order that comes in is re-engineered or semi-engineered to some degree. Configure to order, right, where a customer is actually ordering things off of a menu. High mix, low volume production. Teams that have a growing engineering backlog, right? It's always hard to find new and competent team members, so how do we become a force multiplier? If every product is truly a one-off R&D project, automation might not be the best fit. But if a pattern exists, this is really where DriveWorks shines. So the reality is there's always going to be a learning curve when implementing a tool such as DriveWorks. That reality is that implementing a tool like DriveWorks is not just a big bang. It really is a journey. Successful implementations generally start small, where we choose one product or family line. We then capture that logic inside the DriveWorks engine, and then start proving that value, which then provides us the ability to expand the automation to other parts of our business. The golden rule is you don't automate everything, you automate the right things. So the question is, what are our next steps? So the real question becomes, what's your best fit candidate? Do you have a product family that causes the most engineering pain today? That's usually where DriveWorks delivers the fastest ROI. Engineering to order doesn't mean engineering overloaded. So at this point, as we wrap up, I'd like to open it up for questions. And if you'd like to see what this could look like for your own products, we're happy to do a DriveWorks readiness assessment or maybe even a quick proof of concept.